Hello, everybody. Welcome to the fourth and final episode of this webinar series, What Virtual Space Are You Building for Your Business? I'm your host, Stefan, and I'm here today with my colleague, Phoebe. And you can speak to Phoebe via the chat on the right-hand side of your screen. Please let her know if you can hear me and if you can see me, and just say hi. You can also ask her any questions throughout today's talk. She'll be able to answer, but she'll also collect them and then make sure they get to me, and I'll try and answer them at the end during the live Q&A. So this is episode 4 of, and the final episode of this series. In episode 1, 3 weeks ago, we talked about how to build a virtual museum in the MetaMaker, one of our platforms. Then in episode 2, we talked about the real estate industry. We showed stuff about, a dollhouse and the 3D staging, virtual staging, measurements, floor plans, all that good stuff, new solutions basically, and you're going to receive more information on that next week, so stay tuned. Then last week we talked about the retail industry, how to build an online retail store, which I hope you found interesting. And today it is all about education, so solutions for the education industry. And we have actually served the education industry for quite a while. We have lots of universities and schools and institutes that use our solutions. And actually they use it in various ways. And the reason for that is that our platforms are extremely versatile. So you can actually use it for different ways, but I can sort of easily sum that up in 3 key aspects, essentially. Number 1 is actually creating a digital twin, so of campus. Creating a digital twin of campus, literally capturing it and using that for prospective students or just new students that are able to explore campus, providing all kinds of information within the campus. But a little bit more about that later. Then number 2 is virtual exhibitions. So the second option is, obviously this mainly has happened because of COVID. Many more virtual exhibitions happened also in the education industry. And now we're moving more towards a hybrid model where, also the education industry and universities have realized, okay, that digital aspect is actually really important. And even though we might go back to physical meetings and physical exhibitions, we want to keep that virtual component. But I actually have a sample of that, and I'll show you one a little bit later on. And then number 3 is where universities actually use our technology in class. So, as a teaching tool, essentially. And this can be done, for example, in the event management classes, where they literally, let students build their own virtual exhibition and, teach them how to do that and like get real life, real world experience with technologies that are being used on a daily basis in the real world. So really as a teaching tool, and that's also become quite popular. So really, really interesting too. But in today's talk, I'm going to actually share my screen in a minute and show you 2 key samples, and mainly of the first 2 ways of using our solutions for education. So actually a digital twin and a virtual exhibition. All right, so we're going to get right into that. I will keep an eye, look to my right every once in a while, making sure, keep contact with Phoebe to make sure that the audio and video still work. So if there's any issue throughout today's talk, just let her know, and she'll make sure that that comes back to me, and we'll fix that right away. So give me a second, and I'll start sharing my screen. All right, cool. So I think you should all see my screen right now. If not, then Phoebe will let me know. So this is actually a digital twin of a university campus. And as I said in the intro just now, this can be used to guide prospective students or new students, to give them an idea of what the campus actually looks like, how big it is, where to go, what kind of colleges are there, introducing classes and professors, basically generating interest of new students and students that just joined, and basically give an overall introduction of the entire university, which is really, really cool. And before I show you a couple of key things in this example, I want to draw your attention to the right menu. As you can see here, there's lots of stuff going on. And I just want to quickly go through that. The first thing you see here, I'm going to get back to that at the end, the pilot. But what you can see here, number 2, is a floor plan. So obviously this campus is actually of Shenzhen University in Taiwan. A huge campus actually, and here it's easy to navigate. So if you actually on the floor plan also add names everywhere, students and visitors of this space, anyone, stakeholders can easily navigate through this through campus instead of having to go through everywhere. They can instantly transport themselves to where they want to go. All right, very good. So then here at the bottom, you'll see some contact information, all right? But more importantly is the calendar functionality. So for example, students that are interested and want to learn a bit more, or students that are currently here and say, hey, I want to book a meeting, right? For example, with either the applications office or the admissions office, they can easily do that here, simply clicking on the time, leaving their information, and automatically they receive a confirmation, as well as the owner of this account, all right, the one who actually built this will receive a confirmation as well, to easily allow anyone to book meetings, right? A way of contacting, which is obviously very important in whatever virtual experience you're trying to build. And then at the bottom, probably the most important part is a live chat. So being able to chat directly with the university here. Again, I have a calendar. I have some frequently asked questions with this button over here, and I can actually directly make a call using our virtual guided tour system, Touring. So I can actually call the university here, and they would be able to guide me through this live, and the screens would be synced. So really, really useful, really interesting. Now that I'm talking about a live guided tour, I want to go back to the top here, which is a pre-recorded guided tour. So imagine, I'm going here, I'm seeing this tour for the very first time, don't know much about it yet, and I just want to get a bit more information, a bit more of an introduction, really, where to go, what to see, what this university has to offer generally, and you can do that with a pre-recorded guided tour, which is really, really, really cool. So if I click on this button over here and then click on the play button, automatically, the screen will start moving and you'll start hearing a voiceover and basically guide me through. Now, I'm not going to watch the whole thing, but just a short clip just to give for you guys to get a feel of what that actually can do, which is really, really useful. So, and actually I won't be, so the moving the screen will all happen automatically. That's something that you do during the recording. I won't do anything other than click on play as a visitor here.
Shenzhen University, formerly known as Shenzhen College of Home Economics, was founded in 1958 by Mr. Xie Dongming. Over the years, the institution evolved from a junior college to a bachelor's degree granting institution and was renamed Shenzhen College of Design and Management in 1991. In 1997, the institution was promoted to university status. Today, it's made up of the College of Human Ecology, the College of Design, and the College of Management. The university has one campus in Taipei and another in Kaohsiung, and is home to approximately 15,000 students and 700 faculty and staff.
All right, so something happened here where the screen actually didn't move. So actually I moved it here, but I'll be happy to share this link with you guys. And you can actually click on it. It was supposed to move. I guess it has to do with the fact that I'm sharing my screen and I'm using a webinar software at the same time. So something happened here. I apologize, but actually what I was doing just now, moving from the hotspot and moving a little bit the screen, that's what happens usually automatically. Anyway, you get the feel, the voiceover did work. So you get the feel of what you can actually do with something like that, a pre-recorded tour. And now that I'm here, stuff like those banners that you see, and that's the cool stuff of creating something virtual. You can easily add all kinds of virtual elements to your campus tour here. And here, there's some more information regarding the various departments that are in the university. And if we move here to another panorama, there will also be videos that can automatically play. Here we go on the left. I'm just checking if yep, everything is still good. All right, so a video that can automatically play, and I'm moving all the way here. Let me just see to the student affairs building to just give you a feel of a different type of pop-up window, because you can add websites, PDF files, images, descriptions, videos, whatever you can think of, anything virtual you can basically add. And you'll see the information icons that are being added here. So if I click on this icon, instead of that window that you just saw with the call to action button, here we have more information, more images, more links. It just provides me with an opportunity to offer more information to a student within the same window. So again, this depends on what kind of information you're looking to display. And if you've joined a couple of other of our episodes, you've seen this type of stuff before, and you've noticed that depending on what you're trying to create, you can add your own visual information to make it a much more immersive experience. But by far the coolest thing that I can show you in this particular virtual or digital twin is this particular gymnasium panorama. Now, at first glance, this looks pretty standard, right? I'm just seeing some buildings here. I mean, it looks nice, but me as a student or anyone that doesn't really know much about this, it doesn't really help me much other than this information icon. But what you can do in our software is basically when I hover over these buildings, you see that they light up, they pop up right here immediately. Here on the left side, same thing. Here we go again, international building, right? It tells me what these buildings actually are. Here, again, library and information services. And you can click on each one and actually offer a bit more information here. But this is how you really add value in a digital twin like that, with these types of visual aids, basically. Because me, just if I'm looking at these buildings, obviously in 360 it's nice, but it's not much more than me. It's more immersive than an image. But adding those visuals to it, that's really what is going to set this apart and really actually helps current and prospective students, learn more about campus and about the university and what there's to offer and where to go, because these campuses are enormous. They're so large, it's very easy to get lost. So this type of stuff can actually be used as sort of a guided tool. Yeah, very, very simply. So super cool. Now, the big question is, how do I create this, right? And you'll probably be surprised to learn that this is actually created using a smartphone. So the quality is fantastic, right? Really high quality. For anyone that is not a photographer, you probably don't even know that this is not done with a 360 camera or a professional camera. But this is done with an iPhone 12 and our VR Maker app. And if you get our VR Maker app, you need two more things, which is a little lens and the rotator. And you would place your phone on the rotator with the lens on the phone lens of your phone, like that, to widen the view. And the only other thing you would need is a tripod. You can use any tripod, all right, and basically put that around sort of chest height, and you would be able to start capturing, all right? You can use, by the way, you can use any 360 camera. So you're not forced to use this, but this is by far the most affordable solution. So if you're watching your spending, also universities, we know that they have limited budget sometimes, and you can actually do this using your smartphone and this little kit, which only costs $50. But any 360 camera, Ricoh Thetas, for example, for a couple $100, you can get those cameras. They will all work perfectly if, as long as they create 360 panoramas with a ratio of 2 to 1. All right. So, for example, 8,000 to 4,000 pixels. All right. So, but most 360 cameras have that output, so you probably don't really have to worry about that. So that's a little bit about how to basically create this. I'm not going to give you an actual demonstration of the capture. We have many tutorial videos and we've done previous webinars on that, but at least to give you a feel for what you can create, and in terms of editing and as well as the capturing, that you can actually use your smartphone to create something really high quality. Okay, then I want to show you, actually before I forget, before I move on, and this came back in every single one of the episodes, every single experience that you build. So the same for this one is a URL link. All right, so you can easily embed that on a university or a website. So you don't have to manage two websites. You don't have to link to it in a different tab. You can directly embed it. All right, so that when students or visitors basically come here, or visit your website, they instantly see this, right there, and they will be able to go through it and basically enjoy all the features and functionality that I sort of just explained to you guys. Okay, then I want to show you one other example, all right, and that's a virtual exhibition, all right, and this one was actually created by the Department of Architecture of a Turkish university, BAU, and you may have seen that earlier this week. And they actually created this because, well, mainly because of COVID, but they were actually building these type of experiences before COVID already. But during COVID, they actually had to go all virtual like everyone else. And they realized we need something more immersive for our exhibition. And that's when they landed with iStaging. And as you can see, well, the 3D rendering, so this is the key difference here is that instead of a captured tour, this is a 3D rendered tour, and they actually built it themselves. So you can, if you have access, if you know how to build these panoramas, these 3D renderings, you can upload them yourself. Same ratio as I just described, 2 to 1, and then you can upload them and create your experience. That's the key difference here. But in terms of all of the other editing, all right, all of the tag functionalities and the chat, well, that's not currently in this particular exhibition, but and touring, the guided tour system, the pre-recorded guided tour, all of that can be done same way. All right, so the main difference is the fact that it's a rendering right here. And just let me, I'll just quickly, for you guys to get a feel for what the Department of Architecture actually created here, which is absolutely awesome. All right, again, you also see the informational tags everywhere. And really high quality, actually, really cool what they created here. But no surprise, it's the Department of Architecture. I think probably one of the key things that you would want to impress people with is something like this, and yeah, basically show. Also, this is part of what the students actually have created. So it's not only to try and maybe promote the university, but also get more students. Or get the current students, to engage with this technology. Again, that goes back to the third option that I mentioned earlier. Being part of the syllabus essentially, and seeing their works, come to life in a digital and a virtual environment. All right, so really cool. Actually, you'll be able to find this one on our website. So if you go to our website and then go to customer success stories, you'll be able to actually visit this particular exhibition yourself and take a look and look at all the tags and all the information. So I'd highly recommend that you go and check that out yourself. But I just wanted to give you a feel that you can also upload your own 3D renderings. One question: if you want to build your own exhibition, we have tons of templates that you can choose from. And if you want something specifically customized, we can also do that. So we have a design team that could potentially help you building something that works for you in case you don't find what you're looking for in our database of hundreds of templates. All right, so that's something that I just wanted to mention here. Okay, I'm just checking. I think we're all still good. Yep. Well, I've been talking for about 20 minutes now. Very good. Okay, so Yeah. Now, obviously, the next question that you guys probably have is, okay, this is very cool. How much is this gonna cost me? I don't have a budget of thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars. Sometimes, prices that you hear. We actually have an offer specifically for the education industry, for universities, for schools, to help them get these experiences online. So everything I've showed you today, you can build with a plan that Phoebe will send you out right now. It's actually an annual subscription plan to our VR maker with all of the functionalities that I showed you today. It's just $299 a year, all right? And you can build 5 virtual experiences for that, including the chat and the pre-recorded guided tour and all of the tags and all that type of stuff. It's a special offer specifically for education and now for you guys because you've joined today's webinar. So if you don't already have a subscription, then I would highly recommend that you guys take advantage of this one because it's probably never going to be as affordable as it is or as special as it is right of today. All right. Well, I think that's probably about it. Are there any questions? Is there anything that I can answer for you guys? I see that there's someone typing. I don't know if that's Phoebe or not, but in case that there are no questions, then I hope you enjoyed today's talk. You'll be able to find the recording of this online probably by tomorrow. You can find the samples that I showed you today in the description as well. If you go to our YouTube channel, I would recommend that you also click the subscribe button and hit the bell so that you don't miss any notifications from us and get updated on all of the new videos that come out on a weekly basis almost. I see that Phoebe just sent out that customer success story of the Turkish university that is available on our website. So feel free to go and check that out. I hope that this is the end of the 4-part series. I genuinely hope that if you've joined multiple episodes that you actually enjoyed them. If you only joined today, also completely fine. I hope that you learned something. And I want to thank you very much for your valuable time. If you have any questions after today's talk, feel free to just let me know or contact us at hello@iStaging.com or the chat widget in the bottom right corner of our website. I want to wish you all a wonderful rest of the week, and then I hope to see you at the next one. Thank you so much, and see you guys soon. Cheers.